I wanted to name that the climate right now, with everything happening in this month, is just very interesting between the wildfires, all these things with like ice, and then even like this plane crash, which honestly, guys, I can't get it out of my
me either.
head. It is really affecting me. But I say that to say that it's a lot going on. So although we're not going to have a big icebreaker, I did want to take this moment to acknowledge that it's a lot happening, and it's okay not to be okay. Whether you've got things going on in your own personal life, or whether, like me, with this stuff that's been happening in the world, you know, it's just kind of like weighing on you. I say that also to say that I would love for you guys to take about 30 seconds to think about maybe it's something you can do this weekend to just kind of zone out of like all the things going on in the world or the things going on within you, just to give yourself some space to just like free yourself mentally from that, emotionally from that. Everybody doesn't have to share. I'm gonna go first. I plan on, I don't know how I'm going to do this because I get up early on the weekends to manage my household. But Sunday, I am getting up. I mean, I'm not getting up. I'm staying in my bed. I'm not going to sleep though, but I'm just going to stay in my bed and just stay there for as long as I need to and just free my mind. I'm not picking up my phone. I'm not doing any of that. I just want to be in my bed and not have to get up to do something. Is there anything that you guys want to share out that maybe you plan on doing in order to take care of yourself or your mental? Tamara?
I've been working on meditation. I've been working on sound bowls too. Mm-hmm. So this weekend I'm probably gonna like wake up in the morning. Like I did last Saturday, I just woke up, opened the blinds, water my plants, guys. It was just doing some sound bowl meditation. It was great.
Good.
10 out of 10.
Good.
Yo, in a sound bath.
Good. Casey?
I usually go to the gym. I spend
You need to be quiet.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
You got a whiteboard.
but I'm getting sick, and so is Gio, and it's right before Gio. So maybe I'll sleep in because I always wake up ready to go to the
I'm
gym.
glad you're going to sleep in. Yes. Anyone else want to share? You don't have to. Miss West?
I'm trying to be more intentional about reclaiming my joy. So,
Yes.
Period.
I'm gonna try to look for some comedy specials or comedy movies to watch this
A
weekend.
merry heart does the body good like medicine. Yes. Anyone else before we move on? You don't have to.
I'm gonna just
I'm
go
oh.
shopping.
You know what?
And I feel so ugly. Like I feel so.
Oh my God.
I feel so ugly. I've been trying to like get cute. Like
Retail therapy and
retail
taking
and
care of
like
your
get
out.
cute.
Yep, I understand. Sam, was your hand going up?
Yeah, self-care. Self-care today. Go home. Do not come outside because it's ugly out here. Have a bubble bath tonight, like
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
going ahead with. Oh, are you done? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with Tamara and meditate because we do need a little meditation every now and then to just get our minds right. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna use my planner too.
All right, great. I love that you have a planner. So we're gonna just jump right on in. I'm gonna skip the overview just because I explained to you guys that we're not gonna quite follow the flow to a T. But I did want to say whoa. So what this data is representing is the fact that we were able to get through most of our assessments. I mean, we're at 99%. I have an internal competition with other schools when it comes to data. So it was nice to see that we were #1 with Camden with having our assessments completed. So that is kudos to all of you. And then I want to name, this is the network, K through 2. So the orange is the beginning of year, Dibels. The green is the middle of year, Dibels. And then this blue bar here is the goal. So what do you guys notice we did as a network?
We reached our goal.
We reached our goal as a network, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only did we do that, somebody said it, we surpassed it. What I want to frame though here is that 2 second grade at start, we still got some work to do, okay? So before we jump into that, I wanna give a quick plug. This is in your blast. There's a link here under Dibels. So this is also in your blast. You can find it there. Our next PM round will be on February the 11th, but I'm gonna push this to February the 10th because, as you know, this is the week of half days, guys. So we're gonna start a little bit sooner, and then also, you know, we've got parent-teacher conferences. And our focus for that round is strictly NWF, but as you notice when we get down to this round here, we're going to be doing NWF and ORF. I also want to name that something I want to push all K through 2 teachers to do is continually to monitor the kids that are at or above. You can do that informally. So you can actually, in between PM rounds, assess your kiddos. You don't have to do it on the Amplify computer, but assess your kiddos who are at and above in areas that you think they may not meet that EOY. Because remember, the EOY goal is different, or numbers are different from the beginning of year. So I do want to make that plug. Here is our end of year for the whole network, K1, 2. So for 2, we need 64% of our kids to be at or above for the EOY. And we need our well below kiddos to live in this area. We want to move kiddos from well below to approaching kiddos to at or above. Do you guys think that we are on track looking at our data here? So we needed to be for MOY, 56% at or above, 28% well below. Do you think that we are on track to meet our goal? Thumbs up, not quite there, thumbs down. I see thumbs up, I see thumbs down, I see not quite there. Can I have a thumbs down person tell me why you said thumbs down? Go ahead, baby.
Our goal is 56%, and when you look at all the classes overall, we're like in the 40-ish percentage for kiddos who are at or above, and kiddos who are above and below. Our goal is 28%, and we're in the high 30s.
Okay. I saw a thumbs up. Go ahead.
I think I just didn't know how to read it at first.
You're not wrong though if you
But I also like 56 and 28, right? So 56 is the at and above, and 28 is the well below.
This is where our goal was for MOY. This is where we are as a collective. This is where each class is.
I'm confused.
Stand by your answer, baby girl. It's okay.
I don't think it's that far
Mhm.
off. Like,
Okay.
I don't think it's impossible. I just think, because already from the beginning of the year to the middle of the year, the kids showed so much growth.
Mhm.
Like growth that I wasn't even expecting.
Okay.
So I feel like they might come out and hit us with a left hook. And
What's gonna happen is you guys are gonna come out and hit us with something. Sam, you did a not quite there. Why?
Because we're half and half. Like, the goal was 56, we're at 48, but we exceeded when it came to our below, like, which is great because to know that we started with majority of our kids like KM1, so to know that we already have surpassed
yeah.
the well below stage.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing you definitely shared with me, looking at my kids' data, is that means a lot of our kids are cuspers. So to get them from being on the cusp of being at or above, it's an easy transition. It's easier than from well below or cusp. They're on the cusp of being
Like they're
at
almost
or above.
there.
Like on the bird,
They're
like on the
almost
line.
there.
They're almost there. You got it.
So if they're at the almost there or the in between range, most of our kids are at the in between range.
Yes.
But if it's easier to get them from in between to doing great as opposed to well below to doing great. So
I agree with you. I truly believe that we can get our kids from here to here, but we've got to put in the work, right? I'm so glad, Sam, that you did name this part because we're not too far off from being where we need to be with well below and below. And so in thinking about that data, like you said, we've got our kids almost there and we can get them there. We're going to talk about how. Thank you guys so much for sharing out and for feeling comfortable as well and saying the thing, because Eunice, I do get what you're saying. It feels like that's a pretty big leap. But I know that we can get there. With that said, I do want to celebrate everybody for minimizing our kiddos who are well below. So that's a shout out for everyone. And then I want to name that NCCU actually was above our middle of the year goal. So shout out to NCCU teachers. And I'm going to put you guys on the spot. If one of you or both of you could briefly share a best practice to share with your teammates so that we can continue to grow together.
So basically what we did.
So, something about me that I always said, and it's the reason why I don't like to be departmentalized, is because you get more opportunity to like target kids across content, right? So when you teach your kids all day long, you know who needs to work on what, so it gives you more chances throughout the day to get them at bats. So I'm very intentional when planning for phonics and other content on who to call on, who to check in on with, who needs extra support, whose parents I need to contact, what resources I need to send home. The minute that I see something, I'm calling the parent, letting them know the extra resources that we send it.
Yes.
But I'm very intentional in phonics with who I'm calling on, who, when I'm getting feedback, who do I go check in with first, and who do I want to read all the time, because I know what they're working on.
Marion?
To speak to that, I'm the one that teaches fish tank, and so whatever we're working on in phonics, I remind them of that because it's so far in between. We have a whole bunch of stuff in between phonics and fish tank, so I have to remind them, like, remember, I know we worked on EAR this week. When you're writing, make sure you're sounding out and you're looking for those EAR words. So it's reminding them not only did we practice it in phonics, but now we're practicing it in fish tank as well.
You got some sparkle fingers from some folks who teach fish tank. Something that Denise named is super important. It's something we talked about. It's something we talked about at the beginning of the school year, which was like writing your kiddos who still struggle a bit into your plans. There are different components in phonics, calling on those kiddos, collecting data. Sam does a really great job of collecting data, responding to the data in a moment. Ms. West does a really good job of giving kids feedback, naming the error right then and there to help them and not just like let them continue in the struggle, but name the error and then coaching them. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. But like, you know, we're not in a bad place, and I just want to name that. Like, if we continue to put this work in and to be like intentional and to go, you guys know my word is fidelity. Like to really like put this into our phonics plan, pull our small groups for fidelity, our kids are gonna do really well. And so with that said, I'm gonna introduce you to the only option. There were two, but I chose this option specifically for our well below and below kids. This is gonna be our flow. So what it's gonna look like is using timers. I expect everybody to have a timer. It could be on your phone, it could be a cute little timer, it could be this big old bulky one, it doesn't matter. But the timer is gonna help you keep track of yourself, but also to push for fluency with our kids. And so your flow is gonna look like some quick letter name sound review, depending, again, this is for our well below kids, depending on any kids that may still struggle here. If not, then you can do some review based on some of the newer sound patterns like art control, sneaky E, soft C, soft G, things that they're gonna see also on the assessment. And then we're gonna do some NWF, that's gonna be the meat of your lesson. And then there'll be about 5 minutes of passage reading to push for that fluency. And I sent you guys an email of first grade passages. If you have a group that can do this, then you can use some passages from Amplify or select some quick fluency passages. Okay? But this again is for our well below kids, and we know that we have some kiddos who are really struggling. So we're pushing for fluency, right? We wanna give them things that they actually can read. in order to push them to get a little quicker. So, any questions before we move into the model? No? Everything's good? No more weird sounds coming from I don't know
It's
where?
electronic thing for us, so it's a little one other thing.
Alright, so I'm gonna set my timer. I really don't need 1 minute because we're only going through a few sounds, but I'm just gonna model and use the timer as well to help me. Alright, so scholars, we are getting ready to have our wonderful literacy small group. We are really working on growing our brains really, really big and learning how to read so fast. Scholars, one thing I want you to remember is that letters make sounds. Letters make what?
Sounds.
And sounds make words. Sounds make what?
Words.
Yeah, and when we put those words together, we become readers. Say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so scholars, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over some letter names and sounds that Miss Robinson, that's me, I know this was a little bit tricky for friends. When I say name, you're going to tell me the name of the letter. When I say sound, you're going to tell me the sound that it makes. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, scholars. Now, normally we wouldn't be using our computers. We probably have flashcards. All right. Letter.
D.
D. Sound.
D.
Letter.
D.
Sound. Remember, D has a belly. D has a... All right, letter.
Diaper.
It's a diaper.
D has a belly.
It has a
it's a
diaper.
diaper.
B has the belly.
Belly.
It's in the back.
Oh, because it's like this.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So I taught my kids different. I taught them. Okay. Anyway, no worries. Keep going. Letter.
E.
Sound. Wash my mouth. Do it again. Very good. I know it's your horsey voice. All right. Letter. Sound. Say All right, and then we keep going. Always have kids look at your mouth if they make a oopsie, okay? Just have them look at your mouth. All right, so we just said that letters make sounds and sounds make what? Words. Sounds make what?
Words.
Yeah, so now we're going to get a chance to read some words with that silly E. That E tricks friends. Say silly E.
Silly E.
You can't trick me.
You can't trick
All right,
me.
I'm setting my timer. All right, so scholars, we've been chopping down words with axes. Today we're going to work on whisper reading so that we can become fluent readers. Watch me. And I'm whispering, but when I say the word, I'm going to say it loud and proud. And bed. What is it?
Bed.
Very good. Get out your recorders. All right, we are going to whisper the sounds, but then we're going to read the words super fast when Miss Robinson does this. Get ready. Here we go. And again, go. And read it fast, go.
Lead.
Read it fast, go.
Lead.
Very good. Oh my goodness, such smarty pants. Together, whisper recorders. Here we go. Again, go. Read it fast, go. Read it fast, go. Very good. Oh my goodness, all these readers up in here. Last word, here we go. Again, go. Read it fast, go.
Wet.
Read it fast, go.
Wet.
Oh my goodness, such amazing readers. And you want to get through at least 8 to 10 words, right? Did I stop? Or did I do it with the kids?
You did it with the kids.
I'm doing it with the kids. Now, we're going to do some individual turns. We'll just go to the same word. Individual turns. Listen for your name.
Okay.
I want you, Sarah, to read this sound incorrectly. Read it with the it. Okay? Get ready?
And
Say it fast. Go.
hen.
Say it with
Want to
it.
say what
Oh,
it.
it.
Ready?
Okay.
Purposing myself.
Read it fast. Go.
Hen. Is that it?
Can you do it for me?
Him.
Okay, ready?
Him.
Get ready to go.
Huh.
Read it fast. Go.
Him.
Wait a minute. Sam, I noticed you said it. I says it. E says ed. Look at my face when I say ed. Can you do it? Ed. That creepy grin, right? Ed. All right, let's try to read this again, Sam. You ready?
Huh.
One more time.
Huh.
Read it fast. Go.
Hem.
Excellent. I wouldn't let struggling because they don't know the sound, right? So just give it to them and coach them how to fix it. So you're gonna name the error like I did with Sam, and then I showed her what to do. I showed her my mouth. I made it fun and silly, right? And again, remember, this is our well below kids who are still struggling with these sounds and with CBC words. All right, so I'm setting my timer again for 5 minutes. Scholars, we did letters make sounds and sounds make words. Now we're gonna put these words together to be super readers. You might see some tricky letters that we went over. Remember, E says eh. E says what? Eh. And I says eh. I says what? Eh. Very good. If we need to sound out, we're going to use our whisper voices, but we're going to say the word with our regular voices. Let's go over this quickly together. Sorry, baby. Get ready. Here we go. We're going to put our finger under the first word. Get ready. Here we go. As. As, remember to put that S on the end. And, that's a sight word, I know that. And. Egg. What is it?
Egg.
Sight word.
In.
Sight word.
The.
Say it fast.
Pot.
We know our sight words. They help us be fluent readers. Let's go back and read this sentence together super fast. Ready? Here we go. Cass adds an egg in the pot. Fluent readers means we're reading the way we speak. Let's go to the next line. Finger under the next line. Get ready, go. Ill, what is it?
Ill.
We saw this word already. What's that word?
Add.
Add, same word. Sight word. Here comes a tricky one. Let's sound this out. It. Say it fast.
Bit.
Sight word. That's a O. Remember, O says not Let's read it. Say it fast.
Lock.
Let's go back and read this whole sentence together. Get ready, go.
Bill
adds a bit of lots. Oh my goodness. I'm going to call on some super readers. Get ready. Who's it going to be? I'm looking at my data because I've been collecting it, right? I'm going to call on, and then we'll stop right there. I would also push to go back and everybody read it all together again. Maybe once you read it, you have kids practice reading on their own. You do some one-on-one with kiddos who still needed support that you notice. But it should go pretty fast. We really want the lesson to live with NWF for our well below kiddos, below kiddos who are sort of on the cusp. You may want to introduce them to passages that are a little more, rigorous. But I'm hoping that this will be helpful to push our kids with not just decoding, but also making sure that they're reading fluently. Any questions? No? Oh, y'all some amazing students. I swear. All right, just learning and growing. No questions, no play. All right, so again, these are for our most struggling students. Remember, you want to do guided practice, heavily guided practice. Name the error. Even if it's kiddos you're going to call on during phonics that really struggle, those kiddos, we want to call on them, but those are the kiddos where we are going to do it with them, some cases if they can't get it, and name the error for them. Please use your timers. I'm going to be looking for that. Remember to do at least 8 to 10 words for guided practice with kiddos. And remember that your drills, you might need to spend more time with your letters. That's okay as long as it doesn't go over 3 minutes. I did have a question with first grade as far as there aren't always a lot of lessons for NWF. So I do want to name that you can use the same lesson. Sometimes the lessons come with a lot of words, so you can just use the other words for the next day. If that becomes an issue, you can also give them other words. Just make sure they're aligned to the lessons. That's the only thing. Okay? Any questions or concerns? Pretty self-explanatory. You guys are smart. You got this. And I can't wait to see you in action. I'm going to be supporting by, I can need a favor from you. I need you guys by Tuesday, and I will come find you and check in. But I need you guys to basically send me something that looks like this. your group 1, group 2, the time that you pull them, and then the list of kiddos. That way when I come in to observe, I've got their data pulled up. I'm able to see if the lesson selected is appropriate for them, and I'm able to real-time coach you, model in the moment, or give you guys some feedback. Okay, thumbs up. When do I need this by? Tuesday. I'm not a stalker, but I will stalk you if I don't have it by Tuesday. And then there's this really amazing, beautiful lady named Sha'kea Robinson that always talks about how data tells a story, but then she added some more to her quote. She must be so amazing. Can we read this together, everybody?
Data tells a story. Let's make it one with a happy ending for our kids.
Let's read it together with a little more enthusiasm. Get ready, here we go. Data tells a story. Let's make it one with a happy ending for our kids. Each and every one of you are in this room for a reason. Who said the upper punch? Who mentioned it? We're going to be, right? We're going to beat that data up and get our kids where we need them to be, because we want our kids to be amazing readers. And with these amazing teachers in the room, they will be. All right, so I think you guys only have about 3 minutes.